Next is a tag team of 92 guys, Dave and Dave, whose Christian names are rarely used, preferring their aliases of Mutton Jeff, Han Solo, Chewbacca, all this fighter crap, Chewbacca, some other nom de guerres, I can't even utter them in this forum. These two were preppies. In the summer of '87, eventually flew F-16s in the reserves together, many years out of Miami, Florida. Combined, Dave and Dave deployed to 14 combat tours, flying over 300 sorties, 1,400 combat hours in their F-16s. Colonel Dave Smith is a 3-year letter winner who just finished a wing commander tour at Hill in the Air Force's newest jet, the F-35 strike fighter. He's on his way to the Pentagon, and he's still serving our nation. Lieutenant Colonel Dave Chaney. Wow. He's the only 4-time first-team All-Western Water Polo Association selection in history. He's a 1990 Conference Player of the Year, the first top 10 NC2A water polo team in Air Force history. He's a 2-time NCAA All-American, 2-time U.S. Olympic Festival starter. 92, he was the Academy's Athletic Excellence Award winner. Still ranks number 4 all-time in Air Force career scoring. Number 1 in all-time career assists, and number 2 in all-time in points. Retired from the reserves, he's now a pilot with Southwest Airlines. Let's have a warm welcome for Dave and Dave.
Wow. Spano asked us to come speak, or actually I'm very honored to be able to come speak here tonight to Jeff. But he told me 2 things. He said, be short and don't talk about women. I'm not going to talk about women, but I don't know about that. Dave and I went to the prep school together, went to the academy together, we flew together, so we decided we should speak together. We were talking the other day about what we should talk about, and after last night's conversations about epic stories, and here we are doing this, and Jeff is a stickler for being in shape, because we were small and we were slow. So we could be better in shape. That was our best way to be competitive. So we're getting ready for a conference championship, and there weren't too many times when we were going to get out of practice early, unless somebody did something good, or who knows what was happening. All of a sudden this practice got cut short. We're going, oh God, what's going to happen? Maybe it's a chalk talk, which didn't happen often as well. And apparently we weren't having a very good practice. So he sat us down and we had this conversation. And this conversation was about regret, and not to ever have a regret. And he talked about past teams and things you guys have done, and we've heard all these things about the different stories of teams going to NC2As and all that, and then how it affected everybody once they were later on in life. And what Dave and I wanted to talk about was how amazing the lessons we learned here affected us later on in life. And that story has held true for me, for Dave, and I'm sure everyone in this room, because of Coach Heidmous. And Dave would like to short story, we were at Stanford, went to a frat house. Last time I saw him with a mic and the phone, he started singing Dale, and the whole thing.
Dale! Dale! No, I'm kidding. I don't like podiums. So Chewy and I have been best friends for, like many of the people in this room, right? The water polo family, our friendship. Chewy and I met in 1987. He was from California, I was from Florida. We've been best friends ever since. He's the godfather of my daughter. I mean, this is what we're here for, because we're all family and friends. But what I wanted to just elaborate on is how Jeff has touched all of us in this room. And Doc alluded to it last night. All the guys that spoke last night alluded to it. But real quick, I just want to say, before Savannah pulls us off the hook, was let's talk about a couple of things. Right? The one word that I had not heard to describe Jeff between last night and tonight is hero. I mean, he's truly my hero, and a lot of people's hero, right? How many people's lives have been touched by Jeff? Right? The one reason that Dave and I are such good friends is, this is a little bit personal, but Chewy's parents were divorced, my family was divorced. We both came from what I call dysfunctional families. But we're really close because Jeff was like a father to us, right? And he's probably like a father to a lot of the people that are in this room. And first of all, I want to thank his family for lending Jeff to us for all those years. But thank you for your influence, Jeff, on my life and Chewy's life and every person's life that we've talked about. But I want to take it a little bit further with the influence of what Jeff has done for the Air Force, right? So we talked a little bit, and General Wilson talked about it as well. Look, I recently just had my change of command 2 weeks ago, and I used to tell my airmen, and when I talk about airmen, active guard, reserve, enlisted officer, DoD civil servants, you name it, all the airmen, big A, was be professional. And I learned that from Jeff. When I talk about be professional, like know your job, right? Know tech data, know what you do if you're a pilot, know your 3-1, right? Jeff, the most studied coach. Any of the coaches here will tell you that Jeff was, he put so much time and effort into his job. He was always the consummate professional. Be respectful, right? Be respectful to each other. When I say that, I mean be respectful as human beings. Jeff was always inclusive, right? I was not a good student. I was not a good water polo player, quite frankly. I mean, I was just average, right? I was an average guy. But Jeff always made me feel a part of the team. And there's so many people that he always made feel a part of the team because the team is what makes us successful, right? Not the individual, right? So be selfless service, right? Selfless. There's no American that I know that is more selfless than Jeff. He taught me those core values, right? It's my favorite core value is selflessness. And then be loyal. When I say being loyal to your team, be loyal to your teammates, be loyal to your family. He's a great father, a great husband, and a great mentor. Right? Be loyal. Right? And I learned all of those attributes from Jeff. And I've taught all of those attributes to airmen that I've led. And there's generals in the room, there's colonels in the room, there's lieutenant colonels in the room, there's majors in the room. Every one of them led somebody. And every one of them took a core value or a mentorship that Jeff taught them. So what I would argue is that not only did Jeff influence our lives, but Jeff has made the United States Air Force better over his time. So a round of applause for making the Air Force.